Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead whenever you're finding this. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this will be for the week of July 29th to August 4th, 2024. So as I'm shuffling up, I want you guys to let me know in the comments down below, do you prefer when I do shorter weekly readings with more bonus readings, or longer weekly readings with not as many bonus readings? Let me know. All right, first card out for you, Leo, is Temptation. Oh my gosh, this is the devil. So yeah, you guys really pay attention to anything that just doesn't sit right with you, anything that doesn't feel right, whether it is something you're doing on your own or someone else's behavior. Like, for example, like let's just say you're trying a new diet and it just doesn't feel like it's right for you. It just, your body feels off. I would highly recommend listening to this natural intuition from within. If you are feeling drained from a certain job or task or like heavy socialization you've been doing, listen to this intuitive nudge. You're not stuck in your present circumstances. You're not, this isn't a situation like, oh, I'm not going to find better, or there's nothing I can do. If you find yourself saying that about anything in life, like, oh, there's nothing I can do, you are in devil energy, straight up in the tarot. Like, you are in this temptation, the devil energy, feeling stuck when you're not actually stuck. You always have full autonomy over what takes place in your life, unless you are a child, a teenager who hasn't even had like legal freedom yet. Those are the only people that I would say this does not apply to. But anyone else, like, you have full autonomy over your reality, even if you are under the illusion that you do not. And that's an extreme illusion. And I see it all the time. I just had someone comment on a video the other day. Maybe you're watching, maybe you're not. I forget what sign you are, honestly. Actually, it was on my other channel. So they were just like, and it was funny because they were also a tarot reader. I'm like, what a negative outlook. But they were like, I'm going to be stuck forever. Like, there's no hope for me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, girl, like, that is an illusion. That is such a disgusting illusion that I can't stand when people are stuck in that way of thinking, that sort of victim mentality, because that is an extremely low vibration. And it's also exhausting to be around. I'm just going to be honest. It's exhausting to be around. If you have any friends like that, or even if you're like that, you're exhausting to be around for your friends. Sorry. But like, you are not stuck. And I've been that person before, which is why I'm so harsh with you guys who are like that, at least. And another way this can manifest is through other people. Like, you may be around somebody who is like this. They constantly just like feel like there's nothing, like it can't get better. There's nothing they can do to improve their circumstance. That is the worst mentality, because you miss out on so much potential, and you're basically taking your power, taking your magic, and you're throwing it out. Okay, so if you're into witchcraft, if you're into law of attraction, that's the number one way to throw out your power, to make yourself less magical, less powerful, less goddess-like or godlike, is to be in this state where you think you are stuck and you think that there is nothing you could do, that state of hopelessness. It is literally throwing your power out. And I really feel like a lot of people who are afflicted with that mentality, and this is just my own personal beliefs, oftentimes have negative entities that are taking that power from them and causing that that sort of hopelessness feeling. Because I've been here a few times in my life where I've had just this, I don't even know how to describe it, like an attack almost of hopelessness, and like nothing was going to change for me. And it was weird because in those moments, like, I felt this repulsion from spirit, from the tapestry of life. Like, you haven't served me, like, you haven't done anything good for me, blah, 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 blah. Very low vibration to be in. Okay, and very much lacking consciousness, I think. But, I have sympathy for people who are at that state. And if you or someone you know are at that state, I understand how difficult it can feel to get out of your circumstances that are bothering you and to just, enjoy the journey. But really, what you have to do is look within and understand that peace is always within. And I know it's such a stereotypical thing to say. It's like, okay, but what does that actually mean? You have the power through your actions, through your day-to-day moments, to begin making the changes that you want to see in your life. Okay, so the reality you want to see might not happen overnight. However, on the journey to getting there, you can be kind to yourself. You can enjoy the journey. You might not have the mansion that you want. You might not have the ability to travel as much as you want or drive the car that you want, and that's fine. on the journey, there are certain things that you have access to that you might not have access to later on. Like, let's just say, for example, your biggest life goal is to become a famous actor or actress. Okay, you might not have that yet, and you may be so bothered by that, but all you have to do is keep taking acting jobs, keep putting yourself out there, keep networking. And on the journey to getting there, you need to enjoy yourself, because when you finally do get there, you might not have the ability to do things like enjoy going to the grocery store, or enjoy, just walking through the neighborhood casually, or enjoy being in public with anyone that you love, because you're going to be swarmed by paparazzi. You're focused so hard on getting to a certain reality that you're not enjoying the little things that you might not have access to once you get to that reality. That's why it's all about the journey, not the destination. And you're also not realizing that once you get to that destination, you're just going to want something else. Because that is human nature. You're going to keep striving for new experiences, keep striving for new goals. And you'll still be in that same victim mentality, even when you're a multimillionaire, famous actor or actress. You know what I mean? So that's why it's so important to enjoy this journey and get out of this sort of mentality. Like, for example, when I was going through like extreme poverty, it was one of the most stressful times of my life. I never wish that stress upon anyone. However, I was putting so much pressure on myself to perform, to work hard, that even at the end of the day, when I had no energy, no focus left to work, I would still not allow myself to enjoy my life, because I felt I had to be productive. So I would literally just sit here at this desk and just dissociate. And I wouldn't let myself leave, because I would guilt myself like I should be working, I should be doing something, even though I literally did not have the energy to do it. And it wasn't until I started actually allowing myself to enjoy my life. So at the end of the day, when I did all the work I could, all of the focus energy that I had was gone, drained away for the day, I let myself enjoy things like novels again, and video games, and going out and seeing friends and everything, not just to cope with the stress, but to actually enjoy it. And ironically, when I started enjoying the journey, that is when I started seeing the most amount of growth. Anyways, and it dawned on me, like, your quality of focus, your quality of forward momentum drastically is cut down when you don't give yourself these moments to enjoy life and enjoy the journey. I also think back, I saw Rise Against in concert. That was one of the best concerts I've been to in my life. It was years ago. I think it was like around 2015, 2016 at Penn's Landing, and amazing mosh pit. It was great. I was probably the only female in that entire crowd, and it was funny because I was like a really tiny teenager at the time, and this old man just started laughing at me because I was moshing harder than anyone. Anyways, some of you guys may be going to live music. That might be why I'm sharing this this week. So if you're going to any concert or live music event, have fun, enjoy that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, all of the Leos that I know actually are going to live music events this week, which is so funny. But enjoy that. Or maybe the weekend before this, you might be enjoying live music. I don't know why I'm just thinking about live music and dancing. There also may be an increased talk of going out and dancing with your friends, or going out clubbing, even if that's not your thing. Like, you might be like, let's just do it. Like, I'm seeing that sort of energy. Or like taking dance classes. Where was I going with this story? Oh my gosh. I was seeing Rise Against. Oh yeah, and he was talking on stage about how when he wrote the song Swing Life Away, they had like no money, and all they would do is like sit on the front porch and just like swing on their swing, and they lived in this house with like a bunch of people. And that was like one of the happiest moments of his life. He didn't have money, he didn't have any of his goals, and I'm sure the stress of not having that possibly was affecting him. But those precious moments of swinging life away and just talking nonstop on the front stoop, as we call it in Philly, were so precious to him, so happy to him. Those moments that you can't necessarily recreate once you are having a thriving career, a thriving family, a thriving fill in the blank. Like, those moments where you were struggling, there's magic in them. There was beauty in them. And if you don't allow yourself to stop and enjoy those moments, you're going to look back, and I feel like, I don't know, have a lot more gratitude for those moments. I was gonna say regret, but I don't think you'll regret it. But, you'll realize I could have enjoyed that time a lot more than I did, and you might curse yourself for being so stressed out, because let me tell you, chronic stress leads to so much health issues. I'm dealing with it right now. I'm only 26 years old and my legs are falling apart on me. Oh my gosh. I have chronic hives. I'm not going to go into all my health issues, but let me tell you, chronic stress, you need to get it under control. It doesn't matter how young you are. We have the 7 of Earth coming out in reverse. Yeah, and this is that feeling of frustration that we were just describing. So this is a huge clarifier that we're on the right track here. This feeling of like, and I just saw 333 on the clock, another sign that we're on the right track. Just desire to change, desire for your goals, desire. And this isn't just a regular old like, oh, ambition. This is like, you feel like it's dire. Like, I need to make more money. I need to fall in love. I need to fill in the blank. And as long as you're taking the actions each and every day, that's all you need to do, okay? In the meantime, because you can't focus on taking those actions 24/7, enjoy life. Please. I don't care if you have no money. I don't care if you have no friends. Enjoy life in whichever form abundance finds you. Whether you have a library card and an abundance of books to read, whether you have an abundance of friends but no money, go hiking, go walking, go swimming, go do something free, Just enjoy the abundance that is currently in your life. I promise you, if you do that alongside taking actions towards that which you want to manifest, your life will feel so balanced and beautiful and peaceful no matter where you're at. 2 of Water, beautiful connections this week. Yeah, and I keep thinking of like people. I don't know why. Right now, my mind is thinking of very, very specific, a town called Shenandoah in Pennsylvania, which is a really tiny mountain town. And I don't know, I'm thinking of certain people I know. I'm thinking of just like a group of people who might not have that much in life, but they have a lot of love. This could be your family. This could be your friends. This could be fill in the blank. You don't have much, but it is the love, the conversations you have, the checking in with each other every day or every week, sharing meals together. Like, that is what is most valuable in life. And just as you wouldn't judge someone from another country or culture who prioritizes those connections and they don't prioritize, becoming a CEO, famous person, they just have a simple life where they share meals, sleep, love each other, and like that's pretty much it. Get the food, survive, pass down the love, You don't judge those cultures, right? You don't judge those people. So why are you judging yourself so harshly? Why are you putting so much pressure on yourself when there's so much love in your life already? That's where you need to be focusing. That deserves your time, energy, and attention. Because when you put all of this self-pressure on yourself, when you have so much trauma built up, you just start coping, not living. And there's a huge difference. Like, for me, back when I was like a late teenager, I was coping a lot. I was very social. I had many different friend groups, but I wasn't really enjoying the time spent with them. I was coping, whether it was through, food, alcohol, concerts, whatever. It was all coping mechanisms. It wasn't me actually enjoying my life. And I don't know why I'm going off on this tangent. I just feel like you're transitioning into a space where you're going from coping and surviving to thriving and being at peace. And here's the funny thing. When I say thriving, it doesn't even have to mean like you have $1 million. It doesn't even have to mean like you have perfect health or the perfect love life or the perfect family. No, you can thrive even if you are homeless and unhealthy. Like, you can still thrive from within. We have the King of Air upright, beautiful person in your life, masculine energy. They are very fun to talk to, very logical, great conversational skills, organized, and they're a huge support for you. They rub off on you in a great way. I feel like they're a good father figure as well if you have children, if they're the father of your children, or even if they're just, a friend of yours or a brother or sister or something like that. They're great energy to have around. I'm seeing here a lot of Leo energy people are going back to the roots of like how we're supposed to live, communal type of living. So this could be like having a family member live with you. Not like the nuclear family, but you may be considering other options like, I don't know, other ways to form community, other ways to have these strong bonds to you that help raise each other's children and help raise each other up and have good times shared amongst all, like no matter where everyone is at. I don't know why this reading it's just so deep. It makes me want to cry. Like just getting to the simple things in life. And I feel like there are these moments that some of us have where we sort of get a peek beyond the veil, and we have these like brief minutes of just complete feeling of like connectedness, epiphany, like one with life. I call them life is beautiful moments that are sort of fleeting. Have you ever had something like that happen to you? Where like everything just feels right in the world randomly, and there's like a sort of magic in the air. I'm seeing that you're having a moment like that this week, and it is showing you beyond your ambition. Like what it would be like to just enjoy life as it is, detached from your goals and your ambitions. And it is so beautiful. Now, it's not to demonize having goals. It's not to demonize having ambitions. I highly recommend that everyone has goals and ambitions, constantly be in a state of growth, but be detached from those goals and ambitions. Does that make sense? Not so heavily relying your emotional state off of your progress in those goals and ambitions. We have the sun in reverse. Things are getting better for you. Things are getting better. You have a bright future ahead. And we have the 8 of air in reverse. Again, you are not stuck. You are not stuck. And the only prison that you're in right now is the one that you've put yourself in, essentially. You are free and your life is beautiful. Even if it's riddled with struggle, there's beauty in that struggle. Anyways, I'm just gonna leave that there. Interesting, beautiful week ahead. I am seeing a lot of socialization, a lot of connecting with your community, whatever that means, your group of people that you talk to regularly, whether it's family, friends, etc. I'm seeing live music for a lot of you, going out to live music. I'm seeing stoop sitting, sitting on the porch, having just conversations. I'm also seeing images of like fireflies, just being outside at like twilight into early evening, just talking to friends, talking the night away, no matter where you live. And finding that beauty in the struggle, finding that beauty in the dishes in the sink, and the paint chipping off the walls and your bum knee. Finding beauty in all of that. All right, definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Man, I just feel like you're spiritually connected this week. You're getting a peek beyond the veil. And like this video, comment how it resonated down below. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.